Are you looking for a full spectrum calisthenics app for mastering various skills? Whether you're a beginner or more advanced practitioner, the Ringe doesn't just offer gymnastics rings programs, but also weighted calisthenics, mobility and leg workout programs. So the Ringe is a German calisthenics brand and they specialize in gymnastics rings training. And actually they've been around since 2017, and then they created a calisthenics app which is also called Die Ringe, which actually means the rings in German. But actually this app is not only for gymnastics rings, because they also offer body weight and weighted calisthenics programs and all kinds of other skills that you can learn. So today we're going to take you on our journey on how we got started with the Die Ringe app, so you will know what to expect when you want to get started with one of their programs. First, you'll have to get to their website, which is where you can sign up with your email, with your Google or your Facebook account. And after you've done that, you can actually download the app, which is where you can log in, and this is possible on as well iOS and Android devices. So of course we already did the initial test to set up the app properly, but actually you can always revisit these tests. So now for the sake of this video, we'll show you what that entails. So first of all, you'll have to tell the app how many clean rows you can do, how many clean push-ups, and how many clean pull-ups on the gymnastics rings, then how many ring dips you can do, and how many skin the cats. Next, you can choose 1 to 4 skills that you want to learn. So let's put in a back lever, ring muscle up, and a front lever. And as you can see, you have many options to choose from. Then you will have to choose your goals. So you can choose 1 to 4 goals. So you have learn skills, lower body muscle growth, upper body muscle growth, and improve mobility. So let's go with these two. And then you can choose how you want to train your upper body, and let's choose ring training. And then you'll have to put in the days that you want to do a workout. So actually you have to put in enough rest days, because if you put 2 training days in a row, then the app will tell you that you have too few rest days, and then you have to change it up again, and then you are ready to go. So now the so-called coach in the app will create a custom tailored workout program for you. And actually, besides those workouts, you also have the option to check out the 21 different programs which target specific muscle groups. And these workouts are usually a bit shorter than the workouts that you get from the coach, but you can just add those to your existing routine or in your rest days, but make sure not to overtrain. So when you open up the app, you always get to the coaches page, and then on the top next to your name, you can actually change up some app preferences, but also you can send feedback to the developers or check out your account details. So the coaches page is where you start a workout or where you check out your future workouts. You can also look back at your workout history, and on the top you can actually find your next workout day. And of course you can check the future workouts that you can expect, plus you can see the equipment on the bottom of the page. And if you want to customize your training plan, you can do so by clicking this button. So you, for instance, can change up your training style, but this means that you will have to do a new assessment, and this actually is different per training style, and this sets a different base level. And besides that, if you want to do a missed workout, you can. And if you want to do a future workout, you also can, and then you will have to reschedule that workout. And besides that, when you have finished a workout, it's actually not possible to click that workout anymore, because you will have to do the next one. So you can't actually redo a already done workout. So next up is the Discover page, and when you go there, actually you can see that there's a library of over 750 exercises. And when you go there, you can see that there are so many options. And if you click one of these, like for instance, the assisted scapula pull-ups, then you get a video, and you get a video of different angles. So this is very nice, so that you can see how the exercise has to be performed. And if you click on the filter button, you actually can see that you can check different filters for instance, which equipment you have, but also which muscles you want to train. And then you even have the ring height, so you can find different exercises for different heights for when you hang up your gymnastics rings. And then when you apply one of those filters, you have the specific exercises for that specific filter. And then you have the calisthenics skills that you can learn, which are quite a bunch. And then there's actually one nice feature, which is that you can create your own custom workout plan. This is quite easy to do. You can just add exercise and so on. But of course, this does require some experience, so you do need to know how to use different progressions and how to set up a workout plan. But also you have to know what you are personally capable of. So we would only recommend this feature if you are an experienced practitioner, but also if you have experience with the Ringe app. And finally, here are the extra trainings that we mentioned before. So for instance, you can do a core workout, you can prep your wrist, or you can do some mobility workout. And also you get to see the different training styles. And lastly is the profile page, which first of all, you can invite a friend to start using the app, but also there's some gamification going on. So every workout you do, they will be adding to these statistics. So for instance, you can see your total streak, you can see your total workouts being done, and also you can see the amount of minutes that you worked out with the app. And besides that, you can see your full workout history. And another nice feature is that you can connect this app to the Apple Health app, which then adds to your strength training statistics. So for every workout that you start, if it's a new one, they might just let you do an assessment before you start the training. So you can test if you can do a supported muscle up, 2 of them, and then you have to tell the app whether it was too easy, just right, or too hard. And for me, it was a little bit too easy. And then you have to do a small break of 2 minutes. Next exercise is the false grip chin up, and then you have to do 2 of those. And again, for me, this was a little bit too easy. And then you have to do 2 dips with supported transition. Nice exercise. And then a negative muscle up. A chin up plus supported transition, 2 of them. So after you've done the initial test, you of course can skip the workout of the day and do it some other day. So when you want to get started with a workout, you just go to the top of the profile page, and there you click the go button, and then you get to the workout environment. And here, every warm-up, also the normal workout and the cool-down exercises all have an animation, so you know how to perform the exercises. So before we start our ring muscle up workout, you can see that it's going to take 20 minutes on the top, but besides that, you can also see your full training and all of the exercise that you'll be doing with the sets and also the amount of reps. Besides that, you can see which muscles you'll be training, which equipment you're going to use, and which height you'll even have to hang up the rings. And this is also where you have the chance to click this button, and then you can actually adapt the current workout session. You can make it easier. You can also change up the duration from, for instance, 20 minutes to 10 minutes. And you can even change up the equipment that you want to use or which muscles you want to target. And besides that, you even get to manually change up every exercise and if you want to make it harder or easier. First, of course, we have to do a good warm-up, and as you can see, you have the animation going on and it counts down for when you want to start. So now you have to do 45 seconds of arm circles backwards. And of course, you can see that the title of the exercise is on the bottom, and you have also a button where you can click next exercise if you want to skip it. Besides that, you also have a button on the left top corner, and there you can get extra details of the exercise, which means that you get to see different angles of the exercise. But also, if you swipe up, you can also see the execution cues for that specific exercise. And other than that, you also can mute the exercise. You can also skip the whole workout by clicking the cross on the right top corner. The last 3 seconds of the exercise, you'll hear 3 beeps, and after that beep, you'll hear a whistle, which means that you get to go to your next exercise. And also, you can pause the workout at any time at the top right corner. So when you do the workout, again, you get to see the amount of reps that you do. Also, sometimes it can be the amount of seconds that you have to hold a certain exercise. And you can also see on the left top corner, again, you can get more information on the exercise, but you also have the nice animation. After you finish a exercise, you have to tell the app how many repetitions you did. And if you did more than they requested, of course, it was a little bit too easy for you, and they might just change up the difficulty. And also there is a timer which shows you how much rest time you need to take. This can be 2 or 3 minutes. And besides that, when you have your break, you also get to see the next exercise that you'll have to do, and again with the amount of reps. And when you get to the second exercise, you can see on the left top corner, you can always go back to the former exercise or to some more pause or break. So as you can see, after doing a muscle up, they give you more rest time because it was a harder exercise. So after every exercise, you have to tell how many repetitions you did, and if you go higher than the amount that they recommended you to do, they will remind you that this might lead to injury and that you will have to take it a little bit easier. But of course, if you put in less reps, the app will know that it was too hard for you and it will adjust the amount of reps. So after you finish your workout, you have to give the last feedback, and actually there's a very nice animation of a sloth hanging from rings. And then you can click end your workout, and then you will get to share your workout progress, and you will see what extra experience you gained for your gamification. Plus you will see where you are in your journey towards mastering the ring muscle up. There's also a cooldown that you can do with, for instance, dynamic stretches, which is great for your recovery. After your workout, you also get to see your unlocked exercises, but also you'll see the new exercises or progressions that you'll be doing in the next workouts. So before we conclude, we found out that 94% of our viewers don't actually subscribe. So subscribe so that we can make more and better reviews for you with more and more partners. So a monthly subscription to the Ringe app will cost 15 euros, but actually we would advise you to get the yearly subscription because that costs 100 euros, which of course per month is much cheaper. And also with the yearly subscription, you get a set of gymnastics rings included, which is not the case with the monthly subscription. So overall, even though this app has so many options, it is still very clearly communicated, and I really like the design of the app. After you do the initial testing, it already has a personalized program, but even before you start a specific skill, you have to do another test to see where you stand on that specific exercise. And after that, during the workouts, you also can get feedback on the amount of reps that you did or on the amount of time that you held a certain exercise. So actually this makes it even more personalized. And even just before a workout, you can change up the progression so you can make them easier or harder. So this is very nice, and overall, all of these different options to get feedback make for a very tailored workout plan. So because of the sounds, the timer, and also the user interface, it's very easy to follow along with the workouts. And also all of the exercises are explained clearly and shown by experienced coaches with good quality video. So if you follow along with this program and you do all of your workouts, then everything works fine. But if you miss a lot of workouts, then you will have to catch up with too many of them, and then we would advise you to redo the initial test, because otherwise the program doesn't automatically change. And besides that, we would like the option to redo an already finished workout. But overall, we are a big fan of this app because of the options for personalization, and also it has so many options which we are definitely looking forward to explore further, and we would definitely recommend this app. And you can actually get 10% off by using our discount code CWW10. So click the links in the description or here, and then we'll see you in the next one. Have a good day.